Brothers and sisters, we welcome you here to the Manti Cemetery. A beautiful setting here for these services for Eric Thompson. I'm Joe Christensen with Magleby Mortuary, and again, we welcome you here. For the services today, we're going to go ahead and start with military honors, which will be provided by the Manti American Legion, Post 31, and we'll turn the time over to them for those honors.
One, get cut, port arms. Prepare to fire 3-round volley in honor of your fallen comrade. Ready? Aim, fire. Aim, fire. Aim. Present arm. Jugular. On behalf of the United States of America through Post 31, we present this flag to you for the service you've done for your country, your community, and friends. May God bless you. Squad attention, squad dismissed. Take the skin,
We thank our American Legion, and we thank all service members for their willingness to sacrifice so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we do. At this time of the graveside, it's been asked that friends of Eric, both Scott and Glenn, would share some comments. At the conclusion of their comments, we'll have the dedication of the grave by his son, Sterling. Good afternoon. You want me to project? Okay. Good evening. Good afternoon. It's been an interesting few days for me, just personally. I miss my friend. 25 years. I can't believe it's been that long. We had a lot of laughs. We made the bonds of friendship that will last forever. We raised kids together. We raised families. We
We watched love grow. We made hard decisions. And I never knew anybody that was so calm all the time through all that kind of stuff. The highs, the lows, the goods, the bad. Eric was just always calm, and I'll never forget that. As you heard earlier this morning, he was mischievous and he liked to tease and prank, and I remember a time that made me laugh because one of Eric's best pranks lasted about 6 years. My wife had poured water on Eric because I'm sure he said something.
It was an accident.
And she brought it on herself. Yeah,
There was more water than she thought.
yeah, there was a lot more water than she thought. And anyway, he let her stew about it, and every corner she turned, she would panic. And he waited 6 years before he finally got her back. And I just thought, man, I love that dedication. It was to the bit, to the end. So that's one of my fond memories, and a lot of them. I like the Thompson School of Engineering, which is to over-engineer anything and everything that he ever put his hands on. I remember schlepping 5-gallon buckets of concrete to build that deck and fountain. And I thought, well, he's going to park the tractor up there, and he didn't. We just had a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner that year, and had a lot of fun and a lot of laughs and good memories. I remember, well, when we first were getting to know you, I remember driving up and seeing Sterling hanging out of the second-story window. That was fun. I didn't know if we should just turn around or just wait and see what happens. But, and watching Erica and Christina and Natalie and Sterling grow up, along with our kids, watching the involvement as a parent and a friend and as a co-parent, I wouldn't trade any of it for anything. And Lisa, I want you to know that Eric lives in my heart, and I love you very much, and I will cherish these memories forever. And thank you for this opportunity to say goodbye to my friend. Thank you.
Had a few days to bring back a lot of memories. A lot of smiles, a lot of laughs. I had an opportunity not only to be in church with him, but side by side with him as a co-worker. So he and I spent a lot of time together. Prankster to the end. Been attested to it. Some of the memories that I have with him are again, that long. One of the first ones was I was with the family putting tile in their bathrooms. And then I met Eric later and learned, as Glenn said, about his engineering skills. And we had many conversations about, well, that's not, you really shouldn't need to do that much. Yeah, but I'm going to. Okay.
had blown off a lot of shingles off of their roof. And if you've seen the house, it was a 12-12 pitch, so about a 45-degree roof. And keep in mind Eric's stature and mine. We're not small guys. So we tie ropes to a bumper of my truck and climb over this house with homemade harnesses on to put shingles on this roof. And we did it. And while we're up on this roof, you can see the whole property because we're about 50 feet up in the air. We had no business being up there in the first place. But other people have talked about animals just doing what he says. What was it? Man said something about animals just being there. They didn't need a fence. Well, in that world though, in this world, they needed fences. And
Different game.
different game. They had a pig that we're sitting on the top of this house, and the pig gets in the garden and just starts just destroying it. And we just kind of look at each other. What are we going to do? And he got down. I don't know how he got down so fast, but he got down. And the only thing I see is I'm sitting. I get to see all of it from the top of this roof. He's chasing a pig out, and the pig goes down the street. So, you know, big guy, he's running after this pig, and you just can't help but sit, just laugh. And again, he got the pig, he brought it home, and it was just memories like that that I have of him, over and over. He put his heart into everything, his friendships. The conversations that we had with the gospel, with friendships, the plans that we made, sometimes they didn't work out. But there was always a plan, and it was always not halfway. And I know that he got what he needed to do done before he left this world. I too love my friend. I can't wait to see him again. I love his family so much. They'll never know. The 10 years that we had together before our family split, it was just about every night, every Monday night, we were together doing something with our families and growing together and helping each other with whatever issues that we may have had. The conversations we had, I will value forever. Grateful for his friendship. Grateful for he ordained me into the priesthood. He baptized Glenn. So many things, memories. It's hard to just pick one or two or three. The tractor, the big yellow tractor.
Oh, is that what you called it?
It was. The engine seized and we took it apart in his garage without all the right tools. And somehow, a few months later, he and I had that thing running all back together, the whole engine and the whole tractor. And it was things like that where he and I shared so many hours side by side. We took skin off our knuckles, and we had so many laughs and so many great memories. I know this group of people have had something similar, or if not better, in the back of their mind that they remember him for. The biggest thing that I know today is he loved his family. More than anything, the conversations we had about each one of his kids and my kids and the ones that we helped raise, I'll never forget, and I'll be eternally grateful. So thank you for Thank you for asking me to say something. What was the word you used?
Clever.
Clever. Clever. I don't know if what I said was clever, but again, just like Glenn said, I miss my friend. But I will see him again.